everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Alyssa and I'm a stylist in New York City, and today I'm going to teach you that girl micro habits that you can start doing today to change the way you look and feel about yourself. We love to buy new things, we love to refresh and declutter our closets, but sometimes you really don't need to do all that to be able to start showing up in a different light. You can work with what you have, and that's what we're going to teach you how to do today. So my first tip to instantly looking a little more put together is learning how to use proportions when getting dressed. It's trying to avoid splitting your outfits right down the middle. And of course, I will give you an example to show you, but you want to go with a 2/3 and 1/3 method when you are getting dressed. This just makes you look a little bit taller, makes your body look more elongated, and it just adds a little bit of cohesiveness to the look. So for example, this picture to the right, her outfit is split in half. She has the t-shirt down to her waist, and then she has the pants from her waist down, right? So this is an example of an outfit that is cut in half. To the left-hand side, this is the 1/3 and 2/3 method, okay? Her pants are taking up 2/3 of her outfit. Then she has her top taking up 1/3, and the cardigan is the thing that is kind of halfway through the outfit. First of all, she's using layers, which is adding more dimension to her look, and she is using the 1/3 and 2/3 method. This just looks a lot more intentional and put together, and I'm sure you can see the visual difference here. This is another example. Before, she put on a shirt, she put on pants, and she called it a day. The one in the right, it's just, again, looks more intentional and looks way more put together. So number 2, we're actually going to learn how to layer like a stylist. Every time I am putting a look together for a client, I always have a layering piece. A top, a bottom, maybe a cardigan that goes around the neck, maybe a scarf that goes around the neck, a scarf that goes around your waist, a belt, a blazer. Whatever it is, there's always a third piece besides the shoe to an outfit, in my opinion. It adds depth and it adds creativity. So this is where you can kind of play around with your look. But if you're someone who is like, oh, I don't really feel that creative, it's very, very simple to layer something over an outfit and make it look like you try to do something different. And we have Pinterest, we have Google, we have Instagram, we have just so much, we have access to so many platforms nowadays to give you an idea of what you could do and what works for you. So here are a few examples that I easily found on Pinterest. This first one, she's put a t-shirt over her button down. Again, very, very simple, but look at how much depth it created in the outfit. And imagine if she would have just worn the t-shirt with the pants or the button down with the pants. Again, it's not bad. It's not a bad outfit, but this just adds a lot more creativity. Something you can do quickly and easily with the items you already have in your closet. Then this next one, they are using scarves as a belt. Again, another easy way to add a layer to your outfit without having to do too much or purchase too much, right? Even if you don't have a scarf, you can actually tie a knitted sweater around your waist. That is also another cute way to do it. Or even a tie. If you have a boyfriend, steal one of his ties and put it around your waist. Now this one, again, super simple. She wore some slacks, she wore a button down, and then she put a scarf around her neck, hanging really, really low, a cute dainty necklace, and a watch. Called it a day. It's not too much. Very straightforward, very cute, but it adds more depth and more creativity to your outfit. Another example here, and this is another example here. So this is an example of clothes. This is clothes on a person. She's wearing jeans, she's wearing a knitted sweater, and she's wearing a trench coat. Not bad, right? This is a decent outfit. She can go run errands in this. It's not bad. This next one is very, very similar. Pants, a knitted sweater, and a trench coat. And look at how different it is from the first one to the second one. The second one has a lot more creativity, has a lot more layers to it. And which one do you feel stands out more? And these two people aren't doing anything crazy. I feel like when people are like, oh, this person is stylish, they think of very out of the box, put together looks, but really it could be very simple. This girl on the right, I love her outfit. Straight pretty much monochrome, but she layered it with a white button down underneath and a black turtleneck underneath. So many layers here. You have so many different aspects to the outfit. And then the one on the left, definitely a little more colorful, a little more playful, and I feel like it's giving a little more boho-y. I love it. It's so cute, so put together, and again, both have the same pieces, just worn differently. This next one, she has on a cardigan, pants, some sambas. Simple, can't go wrong, right? Look at this fit compared to the other fit. If she would have just worn the set, the blazer with the pants and the top, cool, it would have still looked cool, right? But she added her own personal touches. Okay, she threw on a beige knit for some contrast over her shoulders, right? She probably didn't need the knit, but it's there just to add some dimension to her outfit. The burgundy hat, love it. The creativity in her socks, she added some cute playfulness on her socks that still match, but it's a little playful, right? It's creativity. She added her own personal touch there. And the sambas to match the top. Again, she goes again with her accessories. She has a handful of rings and a cool necklace and some earrings, right? This outfit, again, could be very simple if you take away certain items. You take away the sweater around the neck, you take away the hat, you take away the sock, you take away the jewelry, and it's a simple outfit. It's a simple outfit. It's not bad, but it's simple. Now with all these extra pieces, you're adding layers and you're adding creativity and dimension to the outfit. It's just crazy how you can take one look into something else just in a few more pieces. Okay, so I feel like you get that, right? Pretty straightforward, and I feel like it's so fun to find references like this and just add them to your notes in your phone and be able to look back at it when you are getting ready and be like, oh, okay, well, I have this set that's so cute, a blazer and some pants. Let's do this top underneath. Let's add another knit sweater over the shoulders like this girl did, you know, like to play around with it. This is giving you great ideas for you to play when you go to get ready. Make one piece work 10 times harder for your attention, right? Like a classic button down. You can wear a button down so many ways nowadays. You can tie it up in the back. You can use safety pins to manipulate the structure of the button down. You can tuck it, you can tie it, you can drape it. I mean, there's really so many examples on Pinterest now of how to wear a simple button down. For example, this is just a very, very simple example. There are so many other more creative ways, but this one, for example, straight to the point, she got what looks like a pin and pinned just the side, one side of the button down to make it look a little more interesting and to add some layers to the button down, right? Simple, very, very simple and effective. This one, it doesn't show what she did, but I'm assuming that she pinned up the back to add the cinched waist look to the button down. I just love that she also put the bracelets over her button down, so this adds a lot more creativity to the look. Also putting knitted sweaters over the button down, so cute, so chic, so put together, and just again, just something that's so simple that can just change an outfit completely. I'm gonna go too far in depth in that because you could just open Pinterest and look up different ways to style a button down, and I promise you endless amounts of opportunities will come up there. Number 4 is statement pieces. Now, if you're someone who has a very minimalistic approach to style, a statement piece doesn't really necessarily have to be something that maybe nobody has, a very unique piece. It doesn't have to be something that is super bold and stands out a lot. It could be your one burgundy blazer in the closet could be your statement piece. Why? Because it is essentially a little bit bolder than the rest of your outfit. It stands out probably the most than a regular black blazer and a regular white blazer or gray blazer. A burgundy blazer could be your statement piece. A statement piece doesn't have to be extremely loud, but it can just stand out a little bit more than other items in your closet. You can also find statement pieces through scarves, through belts, and through jewelry. Okay, I feel like for people who don't really like, again, like don't really like to really step out of the box 100% when it comes to clothes, can lean a little bit more on accessories to kind of add that flair and add that uniqueness to their outfit. So I love that now it's becoming a lot more popular to add charms to your bags. I feel like that's a great way to personalize a simple purse and turn it into just a creative platform for you to like express yourself, right? Buying a bag with the hooks to add charms, or you can even buy like a huge one of those really big safety pins and pin it to the side of your bag and use that as a place to like add your charms. I feel like that's even more creative. Buy different charms, you know, you can purchase them on Amazon, you can purchase them at Five Below, you can purchase them at wherever they sell bag charms. Purchase some that really speak to you and really create this personalized version of your bag. With the scarves, again, around the waist, you can get some bold ones that really stand out and wear, say, an all black fit or an all white monochrome fit, and then you have that really bold statement piece around your waist or around your neckline or even around your shoulders, right? Or even hanging again by your purse. Wearing a statement piece that stands out is just, again, adds more creativity to your look, right? And this can make people feel like, oh, you're a stylish person because you intentionally added something bold enough to stand out than the rest of your outfit. Number 5, I am not a hairstylist at all, and we're gonna touch on makeup as well later in the video, but I feel like hair, again, adds to your outfit, right? And obviously we know, like, yeah, you can't just leave your hair a mess and feel like you have a fire outfit and think you're gonna look put together. But I think like specific hairstyles look good with specific outfits, okay? For example, I feel like a button down or a blazer or anything that has a collar here calls for your hair to be up. These are just tips, like these are not like set in stone. Every time you wear a blazer and every time you wear a button up, you have to put your hair up. Obviously, like do what you want, like you have the freedom to dress the way you want. These are just little tips that I find very helpful. Let me give you some visual examples. Okay, I found this girl on Pinterest. I'm not really sure what her name is, but it says here Yoon Paya. I'm not sure if that's her name, but I love the way she styled her hair for all these different tops, right? So this one is a button up. Again, she has it up in a ponytail, a messy ponytail, but when you see people with messy ponytails, they were intentional about their messy ponytail, okay? Don't feel like they just like, okay, whatever. Maybe some people do, but most of the time, they intentionally put their hair in a messy ponytail, if that makes sense. Like messy buns are not just, they just put a bun and it was messy. No, they put it up and then they pulled out different areas, they pulled out different parts to make it look messy, but exactly how they want it to look messy. If that makes sense. People are intentional. Don't let them fool you, okay? She has it up in a messy ponytail. The next one, she has a V-neck, a really beautiful chest line here, with the collarbone showing, and she put her hair half up, half down. Love that. I also feel like a nice ponytail like the one on the left would look great with this outfit. This one is just a simple dress, and she has her hair down. Love that. Even if it's like a halter top, would love the hair down. Again, she has that, actually the next one down, a strapless top. For me, I'm like, why take attention away from the area that is exposed the most? So you have your collarbone out, you have your chest out. Let's put the hair up so really like you can really let this be the star of the show. So she doesn't have a picture with a turtleneck here, but in my opinion, a turtleneck or a high neck dress also I feel like should have your hair up in a bun, maybe even a high bun with some hair out in the front and some hair out in the side, a messy bun per se. So these are just different ways to play with your hair when you are getting dressed. Yeah, I really love using my hair as another way to style what I'm wearing. Be intentional with your makeup. it's best to keep it polished for the day-to-day, the very no makeup look. I feel like I have that on right now. Just a very simple approach to makeup, very clean girl aesthetic, very put together. It's the perfect way to really go with any vibe, whether your style is boho, business casual, business chic, whether your style is, you know, minimalistic. This simple put together makeup look can go well with anyone's day-to-day vibe. A smoky eye, or if you want to do very vibrant eyeliner, if you want to do heavy blush, I feel like those type of makeup approaches are best for the nighttime, or maybe even events where you are, say, a lot more dressed up, maybe more upscale dressed up, maybe wearing a black dress, just a little more bolder when it comes to the makeup. Definitely I feel like should be saved for the nighttime. Soft eyes, a natural lip, even if you do like a bold lip, like a red lip, it could look really nice as like a day out. But a simple muted, very put together lip looks best for like a day-to-day running errands, maybe like going to appointments, even like going to work. I do feel like just a nice minimalistic approach, simple makeup look looks best and makes you look put together like that girl every day. People don't talk about this enough, okay? If you look put together, your hair looks great, your makeup's on point, okay, you smell good, you look good, but you were walking around like this and you look like this, or you walk with your head down, I mean, you know, you want to be able to sit upright. You want to be elongated, right? You want to look up when you're walking. You want to walk with confidence and with purpose. If people see you shying away from attention or curling up into a ball, that outfit that you're wearing, or that makeup, your hair, it's still not gonna do you justice, because you are not confident in how you're showing up in the world. Someone who's wearing a t-shirt, pants, and sneakers and walks with confidence will definitely hold someone's attention way more than someone who has a full fit, threw a fit on, looks good, has good hair, has good hygiene, and just walks slunched over and like they don't want people looking at them. Walk with intention and walk with confidence. Like, honey, give put together, give demure, give mindful. Okay, let's go back and just pinpoint all the major points of the video. Number one, master your proportions. Avoid splitting your outfits in half, just so you can look a little more tailored, a little more elongated, right? Number two, layer like a stylist. Always add a third piece to your look, whether it's a belt, whether it's a scarf, whether it's a knitted sweater over your shoulders. Always add a third piece to your outfit, okay? Look up inspiration on Pinterest. There's endless amounts. Number three, make one piece in your outfit work way harder than the rest. A button down can go so far. Find ways to manipulate it and wear it several times a week and get a little creative, okay? Number four, always have a statement piece. Again, it doesn't have to be an extremely crazy statement piece. It can be that one burgundy piece in your closet, but add statement pieces to your outfit. This will make everything just look a little more stylish and a little more creative. Number five, be intentional with your hair. There are different ways to wear your hair when you're wearing specific tops, specific dresses for specific events. Definitely take advantage of that. It's a great way to just elevate your look all around. Number six, makeup. Okay, make sure your makeup matches the mood. You don't want to be wearing extremely bold makeup to a date in the office, okay? You want to save that for the nighttime, save that for the night out, okay? Save that for the dates. Definitely a more put together, more minimalistic approach to makeup for your everyday is. And number seven, lastly, definitely always keep your posture right, okay? Stand upright, chin high. You want to establish this sense of presence and confidence whenever you walk into a room. Be mindful of that, always be aware of that, and be intentional of your posture. These were my just 7 tips of how to look like that girl and work with what you have in your closet right now to change the way you show up in the world, okay? You do not always need to pull out your debit card to change how you show up every day. I'm excited for you to wake up in the morning and try these new tips and put them to work. And if you know someone who is trying to spice up their style and maybe is always thinking they have to go shopping to look their best, send them this video and like and subscribe to my channel if you are someone who is constantly looking to elevate as a woman and become the best version of yourself. I love you guys and have a good day. Bye.